ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। 25. यद्यत् कार्यं तस्य तस्य धीस्वोपादानबुद्धितः इति व्याप्तिं विवक्षित्वा दृष्टान्ता बहवः श्रुताः। The question is, why so many illustrations have been given in the Shruti, Chandogya Shruti? Mrut, Loha, Adi, that is Suvarna, Loha, Mrut. Why these examples? It is only to formulate a rule. What is it? Karana Vijnanat Karya Vijnanam Bhavati. This is the rule to be formulated. Karana Vijnanat Karya Vijnanam Bhavati. By knowing the cause, effects are known. You need not have a separate effort to put forth to know the real nature of the effect. You know the cause, effects are not distinct from the cause. For that purpose, these so many examples have been given. Yad, we have seen the Anvaya. Yadyat karyam tasya tasya dhihi swopadana buddhitaha bhavati. Dhihi, knowledge. Knowledge of whatever karya, whatever effect. Yadyat karya. Whatever effect that is there, tasya tasya, of all those effects of all those karyas, dhihi, knowledge. How does it take place? How does it take place? Swopadana buddhitaha bhavati. This is how it takes place. Swopadana buddhi. Swasya upadanasya buddhitaha. Buddhitaha means by the knowledge. By the knowledge, not intellect here. By the knowledge of swasya upadana. Upadana is karana. By the knowledge of its cause. The knowledge of different types of karyas, the effect takes place by the knowledge of their or its cause. That is, the knowledge of the cause gives the knowledge of the effect. Iti vyaptim vivakshitva. Such a vyapti, a rule, a niyama. So a rule, vyaptim, vivakshitva, having intended to tell, means desirous of telling this rule that by knowing the karya, knowing the karana, karya is known. Karana jnanena karya vijnanam bhavati. That is exactly was the question by who? Father to Shvetaketu. You ask that because he has something to tell and he has found that this boy has not yet got this knowledge. I should teach him. From that standpoint, he inquired. Iti vyaptim vivakshitva. Vivaksha is vaktum ichha, a desire to tell, desiderative. So vivakshitva, having desire to tell, having intended to tell, with keeping this in mind, bahavaha drishtantaha shutaha. Iti vyaptim vivakshitva, if you want afterwards, bahavaha drishtantaha shutaha, anvaya. Iti vyaptim vivakshitva, bahavaha drishtantaha shutaha. So many drishtantas, illustrations are given in the Shruti. Shutaha doesn't mean are heard. Actually, Shru Shunoti means what? To hear. Shruta is past participle, heard. So here not there. Shrutaha means are told in the Shruti. Context is that of Shruti, Chandogya Shruti. Shrutaha are so told in the Shruti. That is the reason why we find here. So these three examples to formulate a rule that if you know the Karana, Karya becomes known. Now, Shvetaketu had remarked, Daddy, what you are telling is something alaukika. Alaukika means unusual, uncommon, not found in this world. So father now gives a retort now. Means he makes him understand it is not alaukika, it is verily found in the world. That means your conclusion was wrong. How did he arrive at that conclusion? I have learnt everything. That nothing needs to be learnt. Who is so intelligent like me? That arrogance was there. So he was made to understand properly. So that is alaukikata, means lokasiddha pramanagamyam. We have seen that at that time. Lokasiddha pramanagamyam. Something which can be known by the pramanas, means of knowledge at our disposal in this world. So this is not something which can be known by that. So that is what the son had remarked, for which now, though it is implied in this, but specifically it is brought to the notice. Sarvam jagadupadane shrute sati bhavet shrutam. Mate jnate matam jnatam ityalaukikata kutaha. Jagadupadane shrute sati sarvam shrutam bhavet. Sarvam shrutam bhavet. Mate matam, can if you want, bhavati, jnate jnatam, add bhavati, iti kutaha alaukikata. Iti kutaha alaukikata. So the rule that was established with the illustrations, karana vijnane karya vijnanam bhavati, or karana vijnanat karya vijnanam bhavati. So this being the case, if we want to know that is what this jagat is, best thing is go to the very root of it, the very basis of it. Jagat is as good as known. So how? Jagadupadane shrute. Jagataha upadana jagadupadana. Upadana is material cause, the basis of jagat. Shrute. Shrute means what? When it is inquired into, not heard. Shru also means vichare. Shru, shrunoti also in the sense of vichara, inquiry. Shrute, when inquired into. What inquired into? Jagadupadane. When the very cause, the material cause of the entire jagat inquired into. Sati, Shrute sati means when inquired into. Sati, be careful now this word sati. Actually it is, can you identify this word? Sat, its locative singular. Sati. Now Sat is going to be defined as the Brahma. Ekameva dvitiyam Brahma sadeva some idam agra asi. Sati, in this subsequent context, depending on the stanza, it can mean in Sat. Sat also is the present continuous particle of as, asti, is. Of course, Sat also has come from there, as only. Even Sat, Brahma also has come from that. So, as, asti means is, Sat means continuous, that is existence. That is Sati, being so, when it is so. So that is why it's called Sati Saptami. Sati Saptami means it denotes the locative case in terms of something being present there. So therefore Sati here means it is Sati Saptami, means when this is so, when this is present. What is present means when this is so. Shrute Sati, what is it? When it is inquired into. And how inquired into? Come to Mahabaleshwar. Morning, early morning. What is the Upadana of Jagat? What is the Upadana of Jagat? What is the material cause of Jagat? What is the material cause? You go on doing Japa. What is Japa? What is the material cause of Jagat? If you are very serious about it, either you will sleep or you will get headache. Okay. Now, Shrute Sati means not simply inquiring. The guidelines to be proper. How? In accordance with Shruti, the Upanishad. When the cause of the Jagat is inquired into, not according to your brain wave, physics, chemistry, all do that. But what do they? What happens? They come up to a certain level with some plausible explanation, beyond which if you probe, they have to raise their arms up if they are honest. Whether the chemist or the physicist or the genome and all that, they may say 1,000 things, including our karma theory. Including our karma theory also can give an explanation to the cause of the Jagat up to a certain level. Beyond that, if you probe into, they have to be honest. We don't know if they are honest. Scientists will not be, except mature scientists have started thinking long back. But half-baked fellows will think that no, they have accomplished everything as such, whatever it may be. So that inquiry is not simply like a brainwave, what is it, etc. It as per the guidelines of Shruti, the Upanishad. So that is what Shrute Sati means. When the material cause of the Jagat is inquired into as per the Shruti, as per the Upanishad, so what happens? Sarvam Shrutam Bhave. Sarvam, what is that Sarvam? Sarvam Jagat Shrutam Bhave. The entire Jagat is what? Is certainly inquired into. If you inquire into the very cause, material cause or the very cause of this Jagat, it amounts to the inquiry of what? Entire Jagat. Mate Matam. So that is, if Jagadupadane Mate Sarvam Matam Bhavati. That way you have to take. Mate. What Mate? When reflected, when considered. So what? Jagadupadanam. That Jagadupadanam comes here. See first, Jagadupadane Shrute Sati Sarvam Shrutam Bhaved. Similarly, Jagadupadane Mate Sati Sarvam Matam Bhaved. Bhavati or Bhaved. So therefore, when you consider or means reflect upon the very cause of the entire Jagat, what happens? Entire Jagat is as good as what? Considered or reflected upon. Not only that, Mate, then Jnate Jnatam. What is Jnate? Jagadupadane Jnate. When you know the very cause, the basis, the material cause of the Jagat, Sarvam Jagat, what happens? Jnatam Bhavi. Is what? Is verily no. Because the Jagat is not different from the Upadana. That is that. As because the rule we have seen. Karana Vijnanat Karya Vijnanam Bhavati. This being so, now Shvetaketu also has to accept it because it has been proved. So therefore now tell me, Kutaha Alaukikata Iti. Iti means because of this reason. Kutaha Alaukikata. Where is that uncommonness, something strange as if I have spoken, you remarked, where is it? Shvetaketu did understand or not? He was not a raw person. He had also open mind. Earlier little ego was there. He was conceited, but now he understood, he has understood. Before proceeding further, Vidyaranya Muni defines 3 words which have already come in the Shruti 613. There it was, Yena ashrutam shrutam bhavati, amatam matam avidnyatam vidnyatam, which have been referred to in this stanza 26 also. Shrute shrutam, mate matam, jnate jnatam. What is that? Shruta shravana. What is that? Manana. What is that? Vijnana. So these have to be defined. That is the style of Vidyaranya Muni. Not a single word he will take for granted. So therefore, so what is that that was referred to there? Yena ashrutam shrutam bhavati. Shrutam means what? Shravana vishayi bhutam. Though you have not inquired into all these, they verily become the object of your inquiry. Means, if you inquire into the cause of the Jagat, even if the Jagat is not inquired into, it what? It comprises in your inquiry of what? The cause of the Jagat. If you consider, reflect upon the cause of the Jagat, even if you have not reflected upon the Jagat as such, it automatically becomes the very object of a reflection. That is what is meant. That is what is there. Amatam matam means matam, shrutam shravana vishayi bhutam, matam manana vishayi bhutam. So when reflected, it becomes the very cause of your, that is the very object of your manana. Again, avidnyatam vidnyatam. If you know the upadana, material cause of the Jagat, that is, though you have not known the Jagat, it becomes the Vishaya, object of your knowledge. So, avidnyatam means Vijnana Vishayi Bhutam. So, you need not struggle separately to inquire into the Jagat, reflect upon the Jagat, and know the Jagat. All that you do is what? Know the cause of the Jagat. At one stroke, what happens? All this, there is nothing that remains to be. You may wonder, why do you acquire any knowledge? Bekar hai karke. Any knowledge, starting from our academic studies onwards, from primary school, learning onwards. Why do we acquire any knowledge? What for? Just like that. What parents have what? We didn't want to go to school. Parents have forced us to go to school. Yes, because as children we don't know what is good for us. They know what it is. It is their, not only their duty and responsibility to see that when we are immature, so we are guided properly. That is what is expected. Whether they are capable or not, that's a different thing. So we take it for granted that is. But at least this much is sure. As parents, they are interested in the welfare and the good of the children. That you can never question, is it not? The means that they suggest may be wrong because they themselves have committed the blunders. That is a different thing. But the intention is, that is very good. Yes or no? Now the question is, why do we acquire any knowledge? Today, which career, or when this, after 12th standard, you know the. See, means really it is a pitiable condition. Whether, see, different subjects are there. Which of those is chosen? What is the priority nowadays? Computer, IT. Few decades back it was engineering and medicine. Abhi engineers bekar ho gaye hain. So medicine is somehow thriving because patients are increasing. So that is a different thing. Even what for all? How much I get in return, is it not? If say if somebody is told a joke, and may not be nowadays. In America, so one lady had some plumbing problem. She called the plumber. And he came promptly, and set it right. So how much the charge is? He said so many dollars. The lady said, what? So many dollars? Even if a doctor visits, he doesn't charge this much. Madam, I was a doctor earlier. So I have become plumber now because it is more remunerative. Think of it. So he studied medicine and found that is now what plumbing is. I don't really true or work. Maybe also I don't know. That is after that. But what he meant is, so why he took to plumbing, it is more rewarding than the medicine. So that is what it is. So how much we get in return, that is what it counts, is it not? And what we get in return is for that only for money's sake as such? No. We want what? Joy, freedom from sorrow, is it not? Any dispute about it? Any difference of opinion of that? Shruti comes, my dear, you don't know what is the final means for this. Having got which you can be totally satisfied, no trace of sorrow, no limit, no rationing of ananda. The joy that you get from the objective world is rationed, it is limited, and it is accompanied with sorrow. You can never get rid of it. That's why yesterday I think the Satyasai Sai Baba's talk of Christmas, this thing. So joy is interval between two sorrows. Sorrow is interval between two joys. See, these are the two sides of the coin. With the embodiment, with the help of the Jagat, whatever joy you want, pay the price in course in terms of what? Sorry. Just for that. You like laddus, okay? Eat. How much? Eat. A time will come later that you have become so sweet that any more laddu will make you think twice because the doctor's bill will be increasing, is it not? That's what it is. A simple this thing. Any vishaya bhoga, be ready for roga. Okay, that's all. It is only it is a matter of a time gap. So we say, what to do? That is the only way of getting joy. If we get what is wrong, is it not? We have to pay the price for we have to pay for everything. This is also the price of the way. That is, you think so. Upanishad doesn't think so. Rishis who have already experimented, discovered, they know. No. See, we are fools. You know why? That whatever little joy that appears from the Vishayas or our desired object is truly not there at all. It is verily your Swarupa. Unknowingly you are superimposing this Ananda that is your Swarupa on the object. You indulge in the object and get thappads afterwards. You are bound to get it. So therefore, why this Dravida Pranayama? You know Dravida Pranayama? Like this. So therefore, straight away discover your Ananda Swarupa. Independent of the Vishayas. Independent of even the body. So look here. Suppose you are well off, fine. Fortunately, good health is there. Everything is smoothly running. And what is wrong in enjoying? How long? How long? Maybe 80. Let's give us a little more this. Or 90 afterwards. I was doing like that earlier. Now I can't do. I can't hear. Even with the hearing aid, it is not very clear. With the eyes operation also, the best ophthalmic surgeon from London has done it. In spite of that, what the eyesight is not as earlier. See, look, I see. All surgeries, etc., cannot replace the original. Okay, some stopgap arrangement they do. They have succeeded. That's fine. I don't say that. but the original is original. And this original cannot last long also. It has got its aging, it has got wear and tear, and when at least after 100 years it will have its own wear and tear. And what happens? He broods over the past. I was doing like that, I was doing like this, I was doing like this, I was happy or miserable. First thing, better accept the age. Be ready. It is going to come. It is going to happen like this. The capacity that I have got is not going to last. This thing. You will have shanti, shanti, shanti. Otherwise, again what will happen? Again disturbance on account of that, because of refusal to accept the aging body. Anyway, ever 18? No, Swamiji, I have heard in heaven you are ever 18. Better go there. Yes, true. If you are astika, yes, in heaven they say, even childhood is not there. You are born 18 age, young. And all along you are there, you are young only. Then, is it not better than here? But who told you you are going to be there permanently? There you have to go with the capital of Punya and with a visa which is not cannot be extended. The visa that cannot be extended. No, so people go to America, etc. Slowly they extend it. Here nothing, no extension ever is possible. And capital also is the definite one. However much it may be, one day it is bound to deplete and vanish. The moment it is over, kshine, punne, return. Martyalokam vishanti. Return to Martyaloka. Need not necessarily be human embodiment. Even if it is human embodiment, no guarantee that all facilities you had now will be there. Maybe now suppose you are there in a posh bungalow in Bombay, let us say. Afterwards maybe Dharavi, Jhopadpatti also, we don't know. Or it can be some mosquito in a gutter also, we don't know what it is all about. So therefore, it is not worth striving for. Who tells? The very Shastras who have described the heaven, which is not possible for you to know with the means of knowledge at your disposal for the time being. Very same Shastras caution you, it is also not worth aspiring for. Better, there also is your own true nature you appear to have, enjoy from the sense object. Don't have dependence, be independent. What type of independent? No dependence on even the embodiment. So long as the dependence on embodiment is there, body is there, limitations are unavoidable. Discover your true nature, even free from the body. Nacha bhuta sangaha. So I am not this assemblage of the five elements called the body. I am the Chaitanya. Direct cognition is indispensable. So that is how. So that is, once you know this cause of the Jagat, everything is Shruta as inquired into, Mata as reflected upon, and known, the Vijnata is verily known. So now that's Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Shravanam Guru Shastrabhyam Mananam tu Swayuktibhihi. Shravanam Guru Shastrabhyam Mananam tu Swayuktibhihi. Vijnanam Svanubhuteti Shravanadera Sankaraha. Vijnanam Svanubhuteti Shravanadera Sankaraha. Shravanam Guru Shastrabhyam bhavati mananam tu swayuktiri bhavati vijnanam svanubhutya bhavati iti Shravanadehe asankaraha. Shravanadehe asank. That Shravanam, inquiry about what? Jagupadana. The very cause, basis, material cause. How does it take place? How should it be taken to? Guru Shastrabhyam. Shravana takes place or can be accomplished by Guru and Shastra. What do you mean by Guru and Shastra? The teaching of the Guru in accordance with the Shastra. Go together. So Guru cannot teach independent of Shastra, nor can one directly take to Shastra. That also is there. Why Guru is brought? Why not Shastra only? If Guru is teaching based on the Shastra, what is Shastra here? Upanishads. So if Guru is teaching on the basis of Upanishad Shastra, why you want this via media in between the agent there? Better directly go to Shastra. Why not? You will not. Because it is not a science or knowledge related to the objective world. There is a definite methodology of teaching wherein what the words cannot directly convey is with implication, indication conveyed. Otherwise what will happen? The words will be flat, and this intelligent person will not admit that I have failed to know it. He will conclude that this Shastras, Upanishad talk something nonsense. Some Westerner remarked it said, all these Upanishads are blabbering of humanity at its childhood. This fellow with a dictionary in the hand, little Sanskrit the fellow had learned, with a dictionary in the hand, when God started studying the Upanishad. At places in the same mantra there can be contradictions. He thought, how can it be contradicted? Like, that is, Maya tatavidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurta matstani sarva bhutani nacha matstani bhutani. Lord Krishna said, contradiction. All beings are in me, all beings are not in me. Contradiction. When a child can know. So therefore he says, see, these people don't have a common sense. See how they are contradicting, and it is held at high esteem and all that. This is how it has to be indicated. What is called as Lakshana Vritti, by implication. Words have no access or direct access to what Atma Brahma is. So not only that, a disposition is required. Without the proper frame of mind, you cannot get. So that being the case, so a person who has, tell me, is already undergone that discipline, only can make the one know that. There are also varieties are there. Gurus also can be of three types. See, our Shastras are very, very clear. A Shishya must be eligible. What is the eligibility of the Shishya? Shastra makes it very clear. The very word Shishya itself means Shiksha Yogyaha. Shiksha Yoga means one who is fit to be taught. Is it not so? You want to take to medicine, engineering, etc. So what happens? You have to have some basic knowledge, is it not? Otherwise you will not have it. Keep aside this percentage, etc. That's different thing. But you should have a basic knowledge to take to medicine or engineering. Nowadays nothing. After 12th this thing, they prepare for all tests. Wherever applies, okay, go. What does it mean? Means there is no proper choice. Choice is what? Which is highly rewarding. But if everyone aspires for the most highly rewarding, seats are how many? Limited. Keep aside reservation and quota system. That is different thing. If that is the case, what will happen? Despair is bound to be there. Many have gone, little totally disturbed students, not only students, parents also. Abhishwanga it is called. Total identification with the children, etc. Their studies and all that, totally different thing. Fine. So, why not directly? Because it cannot be directly communicated, because words are too important to describe what the Atma Brahma is. As other day we have seen, Visheshas, Gunas are what varieties? Jati, Guna, Kriya, Sambandha. Language has an access only to Jati, Guna, Kriya, Sambandha. If there is something which is free from Jati, Guna, Kriya, Sambandha, language is too important. Now to teach, besides language, is there any other means of communication? No. So the important long language have to be made use to convey what cannot be conveyed by that. A definite methodology is adopted. Unless the Guru is able to unfold it, direct, the means reading, etc., will only make the head swollen. Already the fellow has got ego, and now stuffing with so much of information, it will be only swollen only as such. So therefore, Shastra says, first have Shiksha Yogya Shishyaha, have the eligibility in terms of Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannā. Shastras also are much more particular about the eligibility of the Guru also. So who is that Guru? He should be capable of dispelling the ignorance. Gukarastvandhakaro vai rukarastan nivartakaha andhakara nirodhitvat gururityabhidiyate. The Gu stands for andhakara. What andhakara? Not darkness. Ignorance, the darkness of ignorance about one's own true nature. Rukara stands for elimination. Andhakara nirodhitva. Because he is capable of dispelling the darkness of ignorance, he is called Guru. But Shishya also must be equally competent. Now, in this one thing, so here what is that? Who is the Guru? Three types of Gurus are told. What is the qualification of the Guru? Shrotriyaha Brahmanistha. The Guru must be Shrotriya Brahmanistha. We will see the mantra from Mundaka in the context of next stanza. He should be Shrotriyaha Brahmanistha. Who is Shrotriyaha? Shrotriyaha is the one who had studied thoroughly the Upanishads. Means here we are talking of Vedanta. One who has thoroughly studied the Upanishad from equally a competent master. Who is Brahmanishtaha? The Brahma that is unfolded in the Upanishad, who has directly cognized, not simply directly cognized, Nishtha, the firm abidance in that knowledge. Shrotriyaha Brahmanishta. He is the Guru. Now, the Guru has got how many qualifications? 2. Shrotriyaha Brahmanishta. This is the ideal teacher, ideal Guru. Why he should be Shrotriyaha? Because with being Shrotriya, having a mastery over the thing, he has got the capacity to deliver the goods. Why Brahmanishtaha? Because he has got first-hand experience of what he talks. Suppose such a Guru is not available, because it can be there can be a Shrotriya but not a Brahmanishta. There can be Shrotriya Brahmanishta, very good, he is the right person. But at times there can be a Shrotriya but not a Brahmanishta, or there may be a Brahmanishta but not a Shrotriya, possible. The question arises, if Shrotriya Brahmanishta is there, he is the Guru, no appeal. Suppose such a person is not available, whom should I go now? Whether to only a Shrotriya but not a Brahmanishta, or a Brahmanishta but not a Shrotriya. Which is the choice among these two? Shastra comes and tells, better go to a Shrotriya and not to Brahmanishta for learning. But certainly invoke the blessing of Brahmanishta. He is worthy of your adoration, he is worthy of your service, he is worthy of seeking the blessing, but not worthy of learning. Better avoid learning from him. Not only that, don't learn, better avoid learning from him. Why? He knows what Brahma is, his mind is absorbed in the Brahma Jnana. Why avoid? He doesn't have the means of communication. He may say something which is nothing but the truth, the only truth, nothing, truth and truth alone, but you will be totally misguided. A sample can be given. A Brahmanishta who doesn't know Shastra, or everything is false, everything is mithya, Guru is false, Shastra is false, Ishvara, Paramatma, Bhagavan is false. So you have nothing to do with all this. Only Atma Brahma is. What he said is nothing but the truth. But where will you land? Give up Shastra, give up Guru, give up devotion, give up Paramatma, Bhagavan, Bhavajara, where are you going to land? He doesn't have the capacity to raise you, elevate you to the status that he has accomplished, but what he speaks is the truth only. If you don't take seriously, very good. If such advice is not taken seriously, and okay, that's very good. If anyone takes seriously and he means business, I have seen some cases who have youngsters who have gone off their head. I won't spell out who the person was. Of international faith, person of international faith. Guru nahi hai, Ishvara nahi hai, Shastras nahi hai, kuch bhi nahi. Very intelligent person. No more. No, not Osho. JK. J. Krishnamurti. I've seen. There are some who have taken youngsters only. Totally gone. Because the very platform from which you have to proceed further is removed, and this fellow is hanging there. Like a rocket. A launching pad is there for a rocket, from where it takes off. That itself is removed, and this fellow is not capable of. You see, look, I have not, from little samples I know, but I know a person who was very intimate with JK. When he had not come to limelight. He had not come to life. And this gentleman was in London also, and he was like a friend to him as well. Even afterwards he came as well. But when he became more and more popular, the fellows around him kept this fellow aside. They didn't allow him to meet him, etc., etc., etc. Otherwise he was very open with this gentleman. And even still he is there. A funny fellow, okay, whatever it may be. So that is how it is. So where are they going to land as such? So that is how it is. So now, therefore, Brahmanishta is worthy of adoration. You know why? You can get lots of blessings. We say his blessings are there, was like Satyavak it is. It is bound to that what Shastra says, go to a Shrotriya. Do you know why? He will be honest. He will say what I don't know. But what he says, he will put you on the track of Shastras. He will never mislead you. He will put you on the right track of Shastra. So you are not going to come to harm. So this is what it is. Just like, for example, let us say, like a travel agent. His office is at Girgaon. And he has not gone beyond Andheri, Thana and Kulaba. But this fellow sitting in his cabin can guide you to go to the nook and corner of the world. Because he has got that all knowledge. When that means no misguidance at all. He can make you. Because he knows what it is. So all information he has got. Likewise, Shrotriya, if you are not Brahmanishta, so he will certainly put you on the track of Shastra. You are in the safe hands. Where here, Brahmanishta, danger is not. See, not for devotion. Get devoted, seek the blessing, serve him. You are benefited. His anugraha will be something great, like is it directly from whom? Ishvara himself. Atmadnyam archayet bhuti kamaha. Mundakova says. If you want to get your fulfilled desires, etc., worship whom? Bhagwan you may not have seen unless avatara is there. But this guy is what? Verily available to you as well. So that means you can seek the blessing. But learning is concerned, he has to be who? Number one priority is what? Shrotriyaha Brahmanishtaha. Number two is what? Shrotriya. This is not to brand superior and inferior. No, the Shastra has not that part in the mind. So, oh, this person is superior. Who Brahmanishta is inferior. Shrotriya superior. No, that way who is superior? Brahmanishta himself is superior than the Shrotriya. But from that means the purpose of the student, he is not useful. Not only useful, can turn out to be harmful also. Therefore, better don't learn from him, learn from only from the standpoint of the utility of the student. Shastra makes these gradations. Brahmanishtaha Shrotriya, the first. Number two, Shrotriya. Number three, or Brahman. Therefore, that's why even always one thing should be, one should be very clear, or we should be very particular about that. As far as the spirituality is concerned, it should have the sanction of the Upanishad, the Shastra. You are safe. That is why in Vivek Chudamani you find the dialogue between the Guru and the Shishya. It is dramatized there. The Shishya goes to the Guru and prays, Bhagavan, please teach me. This samsara is too much. I can't. I am like a roasted in this fire of samsara. He said, don't worry, there is a remedy. First he assures him. And what I am going to teach is not something new. Yenaiva yata yatayosya param tameva margam tava nirdisham. I am going to point out that path which has been walked by many great masters, and they have discovered the truth. Means you are what? Safe. Not this new. You become a guinea pig of the experiment of someone else. He is like this modern high-tech medicine. Research is going on at whose cost? Don't see. They are all at your cost. They will say, without this, how can you succeed? Yes, that is good. You become the guinea pig, that's all. That you think twice before, that is, you subjecting yourself. Many of these, I think entire all cancerous, this thing is what, about cancer, etc. is all experimental, except 1 or 2 cases, that's all. So, my life is precious to become the guinea pig of the experiment of someone. So that being the case, why? Jantuna Narajanma Durlabha. I have got it. So I should make best use of it. Even if I fail to gain the final goal in this thing, I should be on the right track, because whatever efforts I have put forth are not going to go waste. Faithful carry forward will take place. Who says? The Lord Krishna himself has said. So it's not waste. It is not like your like agriculture or this, etc. If you have put forth some efforts, but it has not fructified, efforts are gone waste. No. As far as the Adhyatma pursuit is concerned, whatever that you have put, efforts you have put forth, they are not going to go waste, even if the body has ended. It will be picked up in the this thing next means in the proper this thing. It depends on how much other desires you have got, etc., etc. So like that. So that means again. So Guru Shastra Abhyam. That's why I say, see, there is a Bhashyakara says, Shastrajñopi Swatantrena Brahmanveshanam na kuryat. Who says? Adi Shankaracharya. So he is an authority on this. He says, Shastrajñaha api. Even though here Shastra doesn't mean Vedanta, except Vedanta, he has studied all Vedas all Nyaya, Tarka, all his past master, except the Vedanta, and he is a scholar in Sanskrit. Such a great scholar, Shastra, then scholar there. Brahmanveshanam swatantrena na kurya. For heaven's sake, don't enter into the inquiry of Brahma independently. Why? Intelligent person will come to a wrong conclusion. Once he concludes that it is nonsense, whole lifetime the fellow will never turn to Vedanta. Whose loss it is? Vedanta is not at loss. This person has lost the only opportunity which could have given him the right direction. So that's swatantrena. That is, even if a scholarly person, swatantrena brahmanveshanam na kuru. Better follow the track of Shastra. Shravanam Guru Shastrabhyam Mananam tu Swayukti bhi. Afterwards, considering, reflecting, is it so? How it is so? All doubts means the clarifying all the doubts. How it is? Swayukti bhi, by one's own reasoning. And how to take to reasoning? Who? Shruti also guides. It also guides. In fact, in the teaching of this type, many of the doubts are already catered to, means they are answered there. But at times what happens? Personal doubts are there. So that one has to what? Repeatedly start, how is it so, etc., etc. With the help of the teaching, one should sort out. If not possible to sort out, then what? Discussion with the co-students. So that also is a part of the discussion with the co-students. So that means what happens? 10 heads are better than one head, you get the answer. If that also is not possible, better seek the clarification from the Guru, the Acharya, teacher. So, Guru Sha Mananam tu Swayukti bihi. Vijnanam Swanubhutya. Whereas Vijnana is by what? Swanubhuti. Ask Guru, Guru, you have it. I will pay the dakshina to you. It is not going to work. It is just like, no? This fellow means who? Patirajaha, okay. The husband is sick. And it is a curable disease, not a big thing at all. But the only medicine is Ayurveda. And Ayurveda, you know, Ayurveda pathya means there will be nothing left out for you to eat afterwards. And the medicine is pakka. So he says, he is not able to take to pathya restricted diet. So he tells the wife, you are so dear and so you are ready to do anything for me. What do you do now? Undergo the pathya and take the medicine, my disease will get cured. However much the wife wants to oblige the husband, is it possible? So likewise, Vijnana has to be what? Shravana, Manana, Vijnana, Svanubhutya. By one's own, Atmanu, Bhava. So it has to be one's own. So that medicine you have to take, not by proxy. It is not possible. That's not possible. Somebody said, some Mahatma, I think Satya Sai Baba himself, he asked somebody, do you know Ashtottara? At least some Ashtottara means 108 names of the Lord, so that some bhakti can be. Swami, no, I can't remember. I don't have memory. He just brushed aside the topic. And he was talking yesterday. How many children you have got? 4 children. What are they doing? With your grace, all are married, settled, etc. When was your first son was born? He gave the date such and such. When your second daughter, third son, fourth son, give the birth date. So when they did complete their education, when they were married, etc. he gave us so when the first, your eldest son had the grandson, he gave the date. All details without fail, he said. You can remember. You can remember all these things. At the same time, what he said, no? He said, Swami, I have employed a person for puja. He does every day 100 Ashtotara, he does every day. He does every day, he says. And he can't do because he can't remember. He said, he will get the benefit and not you. Not you. And you can remember all this, but Ashtotara you can't remember. Means what? That means the interest is not there. Interest is not. If interest is there, you will remember any blessed thing. So that is how it is. So that is how it is not that, okay, Shravana, Manana, and Vijnana, etc. Ask someone, I'll pay the bill for you. Okay, do that. It is not possible. Certain, what are those? Yajna-yagas, rituals, etc. are done by Ritviks. You know, Ritviks. And the result goes to whom, you know? Yajamana. But how? It is a vyavahara. It is a purchase. The Ritvik does it, but Sankalpa is what for whom? The Yajamana has to come for Sankalpa. I, to get this, I am getting done this, etc. I am doing this, I am doing by proxy. I am doing it. Why not he? Because there are certain things you should be eligible to, you should be trained to do that. All are not, you see. So Ritviks are trained. And at the end, he offers the proper dakshina. Do you know what is bas dakshina it is? It's the price. It is the price for the result that he is purchasing. Actually, who has earned that result? Ritviks. But it is meant for whom? Yajamana. But he has to pay the price. What price? Vedas themselves have fixed it. Not Sawa Rupaya. Ganesh Chaturthi Puja. Sawa Rupaya de diya. No, our ancestors also were giving Sawa Rupaya. Even Sawa Rupaya, the fellow cannot get even a cup of tea now. So that's what it is. So not that way. So that is the price fixed by what? Who? Vedas. That is there. Why? It is sanction given by who? Vedas. Why? This fellow is not. But that dakshina doesn't apply in Vedanta. Okay, there is no price for that. If at all Vedantic knowledge has to be given by a master out of compassion only and not for any gain in return. If it is given in any expectation of return, know for certain the fellow knows not what it is. That is different thing. I am talking of karma kanda, etc. But in the bhakti, etc., this is not true. It's for result. Why? Bhakti doesn't expect all this thing. What it needs is what? The pure heart and the bhavana and the bhakti, that is what it is. So even your flowers, etc. may not, who wants, Bhagwan doesn't want your flowers that what? Fade and the fruits that rot. All that is wanted is what? The heart, that is the devotion that is required. So that being the case, that is why 108 names you can't remember, but you can remember all these things, is it not? That means that lack of interest. So that's what. So here that means Svanubhutya, by one's own anubhuti, iti, in this way. So this is Shravana, that is by Guru Shastra, conducting inquiry. Manana, by one's own reasoning, based on teaching also reasoning. Vidyanam, direct discovery, Atma Sakshatkara, that is Brahma Sakshatkara, Brahmatmaika Sakshatkara, direct cognition of oneself. Iti, so, these are the definitions. Shravanadehi asankaraha. Asankaraha means, sankara means mixture, jumbling. Asankara means distinction, absence of confusion. So, asankara is distinction. Means, this is the exact nature of Shravana, this is the exact nature of Manana, this is exactly what is Vijnana to be gained, etc. Therefore, these are the definitions as it were. Distinction between these two. There should not be any confusion about what is Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahesha Go Brahmanebhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanya Prithivi Sasya Shalini Deshoyam Shobharahita ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः। ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि